And this is We're Over It. My microphones and my ears will not.
I know. She's got. She's got to let us know.
She's got some fire.
You do have some fire today.
I got fire every day.
I know, but today is like hot.
That's because you two got me going.
We're spicy and you're on fire.
Yeah, you guys are spicy. This one's looking for. You're looking for a fight. You're both looking for fights. All right, so I'm April.
I'm Charlene.
And we're over it.
We're over it.
We are going to talk about a topic today, something that's kind of like a sensitive topic at a certain age, just an age group. You're dealing with the loss of parents, and Cheryl and I were having a conversation about that. And
Mommy, we're all gonna die.
Either one of your parents?
Lost my dad.
Lost your dad. Okay, that there's no escaping that. You know what I mean? And you're lucky if you even have them this long to lose them, because usually when by this age they'll be in their 80s or 90s, and so you're lucky to even have them as long as you do. But so I recently lost my mom like 3 years ago, and Char lost her dad probably about the same time, right? I feel like we lost our one of our parents at the same time. My father's already gone, so your mother's still alive, and then you both have one parent. So I can speak from a different perspective when they're both gone. It's different. No matter how much you like or dislike your parents, or if they did, and I liked my parents, so it's not that. If they did a good job or a bad job or whatever, no one's going to give a shit about you in the way a parent is going to. Even if they hate you, they're going to...
I was like, some of us had different parents.
If they, it's just like when they're gone, no matter what. And I have truly, my husband is such a sweet person, and he cares so deeply about me, and takes such good care of me, as a nurturer in that way. But he's still on loan. There's a way, a parent's never on loan. A parent's your parent. No matter what, you can't cut the blood. You know what I mean? No matter what, there's always a side to me that knows, Michael, that's my husband, Michael, he's still on loan. There's something could happen that he could be taken away and no longer is my family, which would be, of course, I'd be devastated. I'd be heartbroken. It's not what I think's going to happen. But parents... they're never going to not be, no matter what. When you ever see these movies when the father goes, but you're still my son.
I'm always going to love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood.
There is a certain kind of something that you can't undo. So when you have both of them gone, and I know people will say they're orphaned. I don't feel like I'm an orphan, but when you have both of them gone, you're really kind of whirling out here in the world on your own in a way that's completely different. That when they're somehow out there.
I could still have always had his couch.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And my sister called me just last night crying her eyes out. I go, what is it? She goes, I yelled at Dad because she said somebody attacked her. And she goes, she ran upstairs because with the house where they live, because my dad really, my sister
took care of her.
Yeah. And she goes, you didn't take care of me. You could have let him... and you didn't, and he was looking at her so gentle.
This was a dream.
Yeah, and this is just, you know what I'm saying? It always comes up.
No matter what.
And then it made me cry, because I'm like, I'm so sorry. Because she was like, I was like, you're supposed to save me, Dad. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's the thing. There's a DNA feeling towards what parents are supposed to be for you. Whether, again, they're good, bad, you like them, got along with them, or didn't. And then when both of those people are gone, it's a very strange thing. Now, for me, oddly, I was very, very close to my mom, who died 3 years ago. But I thought, okay, how can I flip this? How can I flip this for a positive thing? And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to live my life, even with more energy and more in honor of her and all the energy she put into me, because she was a great mom. She put a lot of energy into me to make me the person that you make fun of. And so...
Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
But it's and because you can either lay down and die, or you can just, so that was the way, I was like, okay. I mean, after obviously the shock of it all and this and that, I was like, but my oldest brother, who has also passed away, was a deacon, and he used to go into the hospitals when people were dying. And he said always when they were dying, they'd go to my brother, oh, Deacon John, here, come here, say, my mom's here, say hi to my mom. This would be 90-year-old people, because, in Long Island, son.
For some reason, I thought it was like a ghost.
No, the Italians look.
Like,
it is.
My mom's. Oh, so you're saying they're ghosts?
Because
this 90-year-old person would say, "Deacon, can you look at my mom's here?"
Yes, my mom's here, and then they'd be dead within the next 12 hours.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So it's like the mother is
coming. I wasn't sure.
Yes,
You were saying it was
no, it is a ghost.
Coming down the hall, or the dead person
said
seeing the mom.
and he said this happened all the time. Now, once in a while, it could be like my husband's here or my sibling, but most of the time, it was one of the parents. Think of that. When you're dying, when you have like 24 hours left to live, he always would say, I would know then that they probably had about 24 hours left to live, that it would be one of the parents was coming to help them cross over. I mean, that's deep. So you have to realize, like, energy-wise, whether you liked these people or not, or got along with them or not, we all have a different... No, I'm saying we all have a different story. I'm not saying,
of course.
I'm not saying that's our story. Even if they were the best two parents in the world, like, we chose them, and then when we die, they're the ones that are there to help. Like, they're still on duty. Like, they still have a job to do for us. So when that's gone off of the earth, it's a weird thing. My
sister was so devastated. My other sister, when my dad died. My dad was very much. My dad was 17 when he had me, but not the rest of the family. So
So there's a big gap,
right? And I kind of grew up with my parents as one of them.
Yeah,
like hanging out as they were like the children. I'm ready to have. That's the story.
They're like, sure, the three of us are going to have another kid,
basically.
Yeah.
So they were like, but the funny thing was, my sister was so devastated when my dad died. And I was like, okay, and then one day she was like, and I pray to him every day and every night. And I go, oh my God, he's probably golfing. Like, who's calling me? Michelle, your daughter. Let him golf, Michelle. She started laughing so hard. I go, let him golf.
Yeah.
He's barely up there. And you're like calling him every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's probably annoyed.
Yes.
And then our dad was always annoyed. So she was laughing because our dad was probably like, what the fuck?
Again with this kid. Yeah,
even in death, to die.
Even in death,
and I'm up here,
can't get rid of this
in
kid.
heaven, and it's beautiful. But
she's
called me 30 times. But it was like, but she was so like, and still, and I don't have that. But I have all of a sudden never had panic attacks, and then I would go to bed. And I would just be like, and I would go, I'm afraid. I don't know what I'm afraid of.
No, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. That's it for me.
Wow. I don't know what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
And I go, it was like, because
your dad's gone.
I have no backing.
Yeah.
And not that he ever gave me money. That's
it
what I said. My dad never gave me. That's what I said.
It's instinctual.
It is like
it's animal kingdom stuff.
Yep. That's what because I was like, this is so interesting for me because just that I didn't expect to feel. I've always taken care of myself.
Yeah.
For my whole life.
Yeah.
I never was worried.
I'm anxiety. I'm one of Riley's new emotions, and we are just super jazzed to be here. Where can I put my stuff?
Yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
One of 5, and then my dad raised my nephew.
That felt like a sibling. Okay. Yeah.
You were 17. Or
no,
they were 17 when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
Then how many years till the next one?
Like 5.
Wow.
But then 12 years for the younger ones.
Wow.
We were Irish twins.
Wow.
And then I said, my mom came in when I was 12, and she was like, which one do you want? I'll take the girl. All right. And we only had 1-bedroom apartment, and we had 5 of us.
Kids?
Yeah. So I was just say, I gotta do the dishes. Can I move the baby? She's sleeping. Just put her in the water. That was my dad. Your mother's a dingbat, Charlene. Oh. And my mom go, oh, Wayne, I lost the rent. That's what it was like every fucking day. My mom burnt down 3 kitchens. Oh, Wayne, I burnt down the kitchen. The third one, she's like, I'm going to go kill myself. Everyone, see you later. I'm going to go throw myself on the train tracks. Sometimes it was like I was the mom. I was like, oh, guess I won't go to school. I guess I'll take care of all the kids. I'm only this big. I don't even know how to cook yet, but I guess I'll learn. No, it's true story. They'd be like, who's going to cook? I'd be like, I'm 4. All right, I guess it's going to be me. No,
and Bill, when did your father die?
And on Christmas Day, I came over with my guitar and we sang Christmas songs all day. And I left and I said goodbye. And my mom called day after Christmas at 6 o'clock in the morning and said, come on over, your dad's gone.
See that? 20-something years later. Wow. But that's so interesting to me how easy it is for you to go right back to that feeling when so many years have gone by because
that's why you shut that shit down.
That's because you're your parents.
I shut it down. I'll be like, I'm gonna go. Nope, we're not going there, little girl. We are not taking that memory. Shut it down. Shut her down. I always tell my sister, shut it down.
Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel you have to shut it down?
Feel that way. She's so cute.
And mind your own business. How about that?
Because if I let everything up that I did not shut down, I would be like,
no. But if you're
in
feeling something,
hysteria.
but if you're feeling like what he's feeling, why do you feel you have to shut that down?
Because there's no need to go there. Because it's just like, yes, it's going to be. You know what my sister just told me? She goes, you know what we were talking about? You know what the song "Bread"?
Yeah.
I always thought I love bread. I listen to it when I'm just cooking
Bread,
or whatever. It's just my music.
Yeah.
And then I go, she goes, oh, that's about his father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I go, what the fuck?
I would
and then,
give anything just to have you back again, just to touch you once again.
And then I started listening to it. I was like, and then I was like, okay, you need to bring this down. And I'll be like, all right, something uppity. I do think, I don't know, it's just just some people have more trauma and sadness than others. So you just go, if I dealt with anything that I was going through at any given moment, like, I would just be like, you know what I mean?
Release the Kraken!
Even if I think of my dad in the hospital, and like I couldn't even say goodbye to him because I was still afraid of my dad. So I don't even so I'll go, remember that? No. Like, I don't even, no. And you know what? My dad loved dragonflies because he would say their rebirth, and he'd go, he would say these stupid things, and you're like, shut up, Dad.
The dragonfly's presence is believed to be a sign from departed loved ones, offering comfort and reassurance from the spiritual realm.
I go, all right, I'm just going to decide that's our thing, the hummingbird. I mean, the dragonfly. And if I see one, so it was Christmas, I was working on a sitcom. I said, all right, Dad, it's Christmas. Throw me some dragonflies. I go, somebody's doing my hair, because I'm actually, I got a part in the show, doing my hair. She goes, oh, we need somebody else to do her hair. She's got to go. She's got a huge dragonfly as a pin. I take a picture. I just start crying. I take a picture. It's just huge. I was like, okay. Number one. Number two, come home. My friend goes, look what I just got from Goodwill. And it had all dragonflies.
Wow.
Etched. Third, I'm going to the airport. My friend goes, we have to stop at this place before we go because your flight's late. So let's just go stop at this party. She opens the door. She has huge dragonflies.
Which you don't see any of that.
I know.
That's not normal.
And then I said, oh, you know what I mean? So I always feel like those. And then, I don't know if you want to bring up Hollister.
Yeah, sure.
But the truth is, when my dad died, I never got peace. I never got an ending. I was still the little girl afraid of her dad, and I still never got any closure.
So that's why you shut it down.
So then I forgot I had like a 7th month, because she sometimes is 6 months out to book. Hollister Rand, this psychic.
So Hollister Rand is a psychic that we've both, without knowing, had gone to before.
Yeah.
And then one day on set, Shard said something about, I don't know, like if you believe in this stuff, whatever. But she said, I'm going to the psychic, and I just turned to her, I go, who, Hollister Rand? And it's not like she's, yeah,
crazy.
And she was like, wait, why did you say that? I said, I don't know. I just had a feeling you were going to say Hollister Rand. So
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup.
So me and Sharon Bill all went and did a podcast with Hollister, and I think the part that you're getting to is that then within the podcast,
4 seconds she gave me peace that I could never have gotten.
Yes. So in this Thanksgiving that you're talking about, you had found out, you finished your story that you found out.
Just basically, I forgot that I had a 6-month appointment with her, and it's you got to pay up front, so you're like, I'm not missing.
Yeah.
And she was like, soon as she got in, she goes, oh, okay, your dad's here. Wow, okay, he's new. Tells me everything. And then she was like, and then when she said this, I was like, it's made me cry. But she was like, he's showing me that you shared Mork and Mindy. Mm. And that was, we shared humor. That's how we communicated. But I'm just saying that's what I go, nobody could on the planet could have known Mork and Mindy. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. So then when she was like, he's sorry, he was like the wagon wheel that held the family together, and then when he died, that all went apart. And sometimes families fall apart. We all fell apart.
Yeah.
We were fighting in the church parking lot. Your sister drop kicked your other sister, and we just find this very, very disturbing. And I go, what? Well, they're picking out the casket. She ran over the casket, choked her out. Anyway.
So we're going to sit in the 3rd row today, not the 1st.
Oh, so basically, I was like,
choked her.
No, I'm not kidding. My sister, who's never harmed anybody in her life, went. and then dove for my sister. My sister went like this. You don't want to do this because I'm bigger than you, and I'll crack your head open in the church parking lot. But if this is where it's got to be, let it happen. So,
oh my God,
we all fell apart because my dad was the glue.
Yeah,
he was really the glue, and he'd be like, "Don't be mean to your sister," and then whatever.
Right.
So then,
so Hollister, so that was a thing.
You don't even have to know but she was like, you know, and you have to believe in it or not. And my sisters did not. They were like, oh, you know, they're very religious and like not religious, normal.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, you can invite bad entities. That's, you don't go into the occult. That's the mediums. And I go, well, I gave you peace. And since you guys aren't talking to me, I'm gonna take it. But then when I was telling them this is what made them believe. I said, I don't know. I wrote down like teeth. He has his teeth, and I go, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, right.
And my little brother started crying. I go, what? He goes, nobody knew. My dad was a very proud man. He was not like this. He was very New England, pipe fitter. It's like no emotion. He had his teeth done and spent that like $10,000
because it bothered him.
Yeah, and
before he died,
right before he died, and he goes, I didn't know you get to keep your teeth. And then I go, you get to keep your teeth in heaven. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And then my brother goes, nobody knew, Charlene,
except for your brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
He goes, do you understand me?
Yeah.
It was a secret that I had to go down with the
to the
whatever.
dentist, like you were doing a mob run.
She goes, oh, he's got a twinkle in his eye, and he's very funny. And he said, you are so. And then he was giving me validation, like, oh, your father says he's sorry. He could never be there for you as a father. You know, and it was very.
Wow.
You were different. You were always the other.
Yeah.
Everybody saw you. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then I was literally, it was like somebody peeled up so much weight and went, you know, and then I was like, okay, I'm okay. Oh, and then I do believe I'm going to see you again. I'm sure he'll come get me. Mm-hmm. And maybe he won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll be like, really? A fucking second cousin that I didn't know came and got me? That I heard died as a drug overdose and drowned? That's who
or
came
the cousin you never heard of.
Hi, I'm Brandy. Your father is in a different dimension. So I'm going to come get you. Who? Remember, he had an article. Anyway, I'm here.
So Char and I and Bill, we went and we
and she let us,
we went to
we did a podcast.
we did a podcast with Hollister Rand. We went to see her, and so there's a certain, and I won't say it on here because we may have shown maybe we'll show this after this or before, who knows? But there's a certain saying that when it's said, it's a connection that I feel. That's my mother letting me know that she's with me.
So we're just talking to Hollister about her. We were
just talking about life and spirits. Yeah, nothing. Yes, we're not. We're not saying we have dead parents or dead whatever. We're not saying anything. We're just chit chatting. And then out of nowhere, she says this line, which is this. It's a line from a song, and you'll know when you see the episode. And I just went like, I looked at Char and I go, that's how my mother lets me know she's here. And then Hollis just said, well, that's because she's standing right next to you. And then like launched into a whole.
And then I moved over.
A whole story about like what my mother was trying to like let me know and tell me about.
Well, you can say the song.
So it's What's It All About, Alfie? Because I feel like
I sing all the time now.
Do you?
Because all of a sudden I'll go, what is life all about? And I go, what's it all about?
Alfie, is it just for the moment we live?
Alfie.
And there was only a few other times it's happened, and it's when I was doing a show, this very young girl in the dressing room with me mentioned that song. She's like 22 years old. I was like, how do you even know that song? But I felt like that was my mother's way before we were going on to say like Break a Leg, and because I was doing a musical and we both loved musicals. And so then out of nowhere, Hollister just said, "What's it all about, Alfie?" And so I said that, and she said, well, that, and then gave me this like full message that my mother was like, you know, giving me and wanting to come through to give me. And it's weird. It's like, I know for a lot of people. Oh, so the message, I won't go too deep into it because it's in the episode. But so then when we were leaving, Char also had, she was like Typhoid Mary that day. She was sick as a dog.
What really struck you? What she gave
So
you?
she said, you know, what she said was that I am, for my mother, I very much lived my life worried about my mother emotionally, and I always took care of her emotionally. Like, I would talk to her for hours. I would try to make her laugh. Like, if I could keep her there, you know, in that space of feeling loved. I didn't take care of her like in financial and stuff like that. If I could keep her feeling loved, and I gave her a lot of my energy. And when you do that in life, sometimes you take the energy away from yourself. And so she had said to tell me that she was okay now, and she knows that we kind of like we took those places as a young kid. Like I realized immediately, like she needs to be lifted up. And so I took the place to be the person that was going to lift her up. And then that became kind of our life's path together, which honestly I loved. And so because it was an honor, like for me to do that.
Oh, when you talk about your mother,
yeah,
it is a beautiful.
Yes, because it's also
that
like
is a beautiful relationship.
It is a beautiful relationship, and I loved her so much that it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was a burden. Like, oh, I got to talk to my mom. I mean, no, this woman was magical. But she said. She felt like she wants me to know. She wants me to know she's okay now. She also wants. She said, "You do this with other people too," and I do. I'll like kind of see who's the one in the room that's like the weakest or not, and I'll want to go and kind of like bring them into the group, and I'll do that. So what she's saying is, you don't need to do that anymore. That kind of was put upon you. Put it on yourself. Take it, like make it for yourself. Put the energy in yourself for your own life. Like you deserve that at this point. So then when we were leaving, Shar was in the car with 105 fever and basically at death's door. And so, and then Bill was gone. You like a bat out of hell that day. I was like, where the hell's Bill? I saw the back of your car just going.
I had another gig.
Oh, okay. So then I said to Shar, so Shar was like, and I said, I don't know, Shar. I go, it's going to be, that's hard for me. I said, this has been who I am my whole life. I'm an empath. If I feel someone's in need, I just kind of like, well, come
I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, I can do this. And then Shar, do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I go, okay. No, go ahead. What I forgot.
You said, for Christ's sakes, you got listen to your mother.
Listen to your mother.
She came back from the dead.
She just came back from the dead to tell you a secret and you're not sure? What are you talking about?
But she was dead serious. You were dead serious. She wasn't even trying to be funny.
You're like, I don't know. It's just been this is who I am. And I go, listen to your mother.
That was the face I saw. Well, she had 105 fever. And so she
literally came back from the dead.
So you go, what? Like to you, it was so like, what do you mean? Like you just listen to you. And I was like, okay. And it's funny because that even struck me more than the actual message. I didn't say, should I? I just said, that's going to be hard for me. It's going to be hard for me. You can't be who you are. If you're a dog lover, you can't, if someone comes along and says, forget the dogs. You're like, but I like the dogs.
Well, then you like it.
Yeah,
I guess it works for you. But your mother's saying it didn't work for you.
That's right. So that's what I'm saying. So she's saying,
you can let go
pull
of what
back
doesn't work.
and make boundaries, and you don't always have to go and invite that person in, because then that's taking energy for you that you could be, whatever. So believe me, there have been many things since then that I'm like,
oh really?
Oh yeah.
So you've taken it?
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Like an instance.
Yeah. Yep.
Give me an instance.
Oh well, I don't want to, because then I'm like, saying, oh, there was this person that was like, but if I could
and the person's listening.
Yeah, exactly.
So but that's why you didn't come.
Where I can see I can slip in there and turn their night around. I know I can do that. I have the capabilities of doing that. And I can slip and turn, and I go, don't, just let them have their day, whatever they're doing. And yet it's hard for me because I want to make them laugh or make them whatever. But I just keep the energy for yourself. And I have gotten
But it's also
done.
not just keep the energy from yourself. It's also there's a kindness for yourself. Yeah. There's a kindness or letting people be. You don't have to fix it.
Yes.
And sometimes you're taking something away from someone.
Yes, that's very true.
Because I learned this a long time ago, and I've studied a lot. But I think the best thing is I go, you don't fucking know what's good for anybody. Like, we have this whole reason, like, well, I know what's good for my mother, because it seems like she should have, really?
It's
on
not
the planet?
even knowing what, it's not
even, but thinking that they need
it's more
this
like,
saving.
This is how I would think in my mind, right? Like, it's like, oh, they're drowning. It's not like, oh, what would be good for you is for me to take you out of the water because you're drowning. I just automatically want to pull you out of the water because you're drowning.
Right.
So it's hard for me then, because even if it's emotional, to go, yeah, well, you might drown.
Like that. Yeah.
You might drown.
Yeah,
maybe there's a lesson in that. And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that's hard for me.
Maybe there's a lesson in that. Maybe you could give me a straw so I can breathe.
Because it's it goes so against my nature to do.
I think it's funny. When do you say and when do you watch the turmoil? No, I get what we're saying, but just
it's like I'm picking and choosing. That you die. No, you go. But it's it's so instinctual.
No, we all do it.
It's so instinctual.
We all
for me.
do it, and the boundaries, and then we're like, I'm like a. And it is just from my mother having epilepsy.
Thing. Yes.
It's from my dad.
Yes, you become hyper vigilant on people's emotions. Yeah.
Like, what is? grab. And then my mom would never watch the kids. They're fine in the ocean, Shirley.
Yeah.
They're fine in the ocean.
Yeah.
They're two.
Right. Right. So you become hypervigilant.
Oh, we don't need any sun.
Yes.
What is sunblock?
Yes.
Anyway, I don't want to get off the thing, but this is all good.
So it was teaching me. So there have been times now when I will say that I did go to a therapist who's like a healer, therapist, and who there was a time when I was going to New York and I was going to go do theater in Rikers Island, and so before I went, she said, "Now listen to me."
A prison?
Yes, it's a prison. It's like a very dangerous
so.
prison.
So she said, the worst and I did. Prison in the world.
We went in. Yeah, we went in and did it. And so she was amazing. And she said to me, "Now, when you go there, April, don't feel you have to help them escape. Basically, like don't feel you have to let them." That's their journey. That's their reality. They're in there for a reason. This is their life's journey. Let them have their life's journey. Don't feel.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what's best for.
Yes, and so it's also respecting the other person. I have to respect the fact that you're choosing at this moment to drown, like it or not. I have to respect that fact. But that's a hard place for me because my mother was trying to say is because of her. At a very young age, I learned to be hypervigilant of people's emotions and then go on and make them better. Right. And so she's saying, stop. So imagine if your father came to you now and said, stop all that. You're like, all right, that's easier said than done. So that's what I was saying to you at the car. Yeah. When you were like, for God's sakes, your mother said it. Your mother told you.
Your mom did come from the grave.
Yeah, I know.
So if my dad came and said,
you have to think of it too. If she came back in that time with Hollister, that was really the only thing she had to say, right? So I have a very logical mind. This is how I think. So she came back. That was all she had to say. So if that was all she had to say, then there's a reason. Because I feel like she can see on the other end of my destiny, and maybe what she sees is two roads. The road if I stay doing this, and the road if I let go and change. And that's the road where the magic is. So she's telling me, stop doing this, because this will be the road where all your dreams will happen.
Me. What is the magic? Yeah. Can't you just say that?
So that's what I believe. That she was basically saying, like, I can foresee, and if you stay this person, it's fine, but there's going to be more for you if you stop. Because why would someone come back to just tell me that? Not to come back and say, I love you, and I this and I that, but literally, she also probably felt responsible that I was molded in that way because of...
that my father said the same thing. I'm responsible for how the others see you.
There you go.
I'm responsible.
There you go, right.
You're just living out what I taught them.
Yeah, I created this, right.
You were the Cinderella, get home from school, take care of your sister.
Yes.
Like, I'd be sitting there, was like, others, I'm like, or whatever. Not, again, but I'm just saying, like, okay. Yes. This is happening. Just know
I didn't know that
your
father had said that. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no.
I didn't know that was one of the things he said.
I see Hollister every year, and I will throw it out to you if you want to see Hollister ran. But I mean, I would say probably the best money I've spent for peace. And I see her every year, and I don't listen to her at all. She's like, you should do a woman show. I go, all right. And then next year, you should do a woman show. This is me. All right, she said it twice.
Still all right.
And I go, have you done anything? No. But it's okay. But I'm just saying, it doesn't, like, people don't believe. But anyway, she's very, very good. She's not like a fake. Meaning sometimes people just say these very bland things.
She's just very spiritual and very in tune.
And she's always like,
how does that not make you feel better?
She prays before.
Yeah, how does that not make you feel better?
That.
Yes. I mean, so it's not like, what do you think, Bill? Because I have a feeling you don't go down these roads like we do. You were there. You experienced it. You saw what happened. My mother. You saw the whole thing. What's your take on it? I didn't know because you left like a bat out of hell, so I wasn't sure what your take was on it.
I had a gig.
I saw taillights. That's it.
I had to get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. I thought it was very sweet.
Do you believe in that?
I don't.
You don't. So I love this. I love this. No, I love this. So as a non-believer, how did that day affect you in any way, good, bad, or indifferent?
Indifferent, really, because I'm a Christian.
Yep.
Okay, so
my sisters.
Right. So I don't ascribe to it, but I'm not going to stop you from doing it. All the stories that you've told about your family, just lambasting you for doing this, is brutal. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh no, I don't feel sorry. I respect them because they're trying to protect me.
Yeah.
Because they really believe that you let in other, and I've read that too. Like you got to be careful what you're letting in. Because you can let in a negative, dark energy, and who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you can.
I think you can let it.
I think there is
I think
such
you can
thing
let in a negative dark energy walking down the fucking block. Like, in other words,
say, dude, my mind is a negative dark energy.
Do you know?
That tells me every
I don't
day
think it's
that
because you believe, like, you have spiritual beliefs. So there are people that feel praying can let in. So it's everybody's got their thing. It's what you believe. That I don't.
No, I agree. But if you're really
so good. So back to Bill. So I want to see
I
what
think it's great. I think it's great what you got out of it.
Okay.
And I think it's great what she does, how she's helping and helps both of you. I think it's fantastic.
Okay. Okay. We're done with Bill.
How dare you judge us?
And I think she's as sweet as the day.
Go to hell, Bill.
Now you're gonna pay.
What are you doing?
It's the evil eye. I just put a Sicilian curse on you. You're not gonna have a moment's.
My sister goes. She goes, did you have it? She goes, you could have a dark energy come through. I go, I did. She goes, you did? I go, no, I did. It was frightening. She goes, what happened? I go, my ex's mother came through. And she said, they go, I think I have a ginger here. I go, oh, no, she's not taking my time off.
Yeah.
If
See,
she's
you
sorry,
got rid of her.
If she's sorry, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
She was a hateful woman, and I don't care what she has to say. She goes, well, she's trying. I don't care.
Yeah, good. See? That's what I mean. So people
can
think,
suck it,
right?
I don't care.
People think
that $400. She thinks she's apologizing on my dime. She's gonna have to send me a check.
People think this is what I'll just say though. People think because when you say like dark energy, that because it's dark you can't go out. You can go out. Like just because it's dark doesn't mean it's stronger than you.
We've lost all the Christians.
You just no, that you can just say.
No, actually, that's biblical.
Yes. That you can just say, get out.
In the name of Jesus, you say goodbye.
In the name of Jesus, I rebuke every demon inside of you. Rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Let it out. Let it out. I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Oh, let it out, princess.
Bye.
I have done that. I've done it because I've seen dark energy, and I have done that. In the name of Jesus, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And still hung around, and I'm like, in case for those in the back, in the name of Jesus, goodbye. And I'm telling you, and it disappeared. So that's what I mean, and I think that's why when people go dark, you think, they immediately think, then that means you're a victim of that. It's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? So good or bad, it just...
I go, well, it gave me peace. I don't know what's bad about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we had
Nothing's
arguments.
bad about it.
I go, it gave me peace, which I did not have.
Yeah.
I had no peace. I was crying. I was waking up.
Right.
I was... Like, everybody hates me. Like, I was really
in
thinking,
a bad
what am I
place.
doing on the planet?
Yes,
I mean,
right.
I mean, the whole world's like pushing back, like, this is not anything anybody likes. Or no, like, what is, like, we are not liking this. And you go, dude, I'm this age. I'm not sure what I do, but at this point, I've done therapy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If this is,
I keep landing back here for some reason. Yeah. So yes.
But the truth is, it's like, no, it's like I needed, that's what I needed.
Yeah.
And if I hadn't booked her, and I will say this one thing that I thought was so fascinating about her, and this is like to say, because when I first saw her, I go, whatever, he saw my, like when I first, it was my ex had left and I was still sad. This is before my dad died. Anyway, make a long story short, I was downstairs with my friend and we were singing the song, I'm gonna wash that man right. And we were watching Cher.
Yeah.
And it was Cher and Raquel Welch singing it in gold outfits. And we're like, and we sang the whole song and danced. I go upstairs and she goes, well, I don't know why, but I just want to sing this song. And she goes, I'm gonna wash that
Hollis
man.
just said that?
Yeah. And I went like this. You have me at this.
There you go. There you
have
go.
me.
There you go.
What is that?
There you go.
You're tapping in.
Yes. Even if it's just intuitive, whatever, there you go. You're connecting.
It's none of my business.
The way you could connect with a dog, the way you can connect, we're connecting on a different plane that is bringing me peace and happiness, and I love that. And I just want to say before we wrap up, because we are getting a little long, and we got to feed Bill.
Bill.
Most important, Bill's very hangry today.
I'm hangry.
When you get also around this time, you lose parents, and you also then lose like your teen idols, your like people on TV you watch growing. You start losing. You start losing. Wait. You start losing parts of your life and your history.
Yeah.
And then today we found out that Bobby Sherman died. Only because I'd mentioned in another episode when they said, "What was your first concert?" It was Bobby Sherman was my first concert. We mentioned that in I think episode 1.
Yeah.
And so it's like, or episode 2, I'm not sure. So it's like, and then he died today. So that's another thing that does begin to happen is the people you love, the people you looked up to, what made you happy, what was a part of your childhood that weren't weren't just friends and family, but also like TV stars and stuff like that. And so it's a sad day for all. Listen, he's getting a lot of press because I know you didn't even know who he was, but he is getting so much press because he was him and David Cassidy. I
saw something with Sean Cassidy. I go, don't tell me Sean Cassidy died.
Yes, no, I know. I know. Well, that's what I said to you about the day Barry Manilow dies. Barry Manilow I'll not be good with.
No.
Billy Joel, I will not be good with. There's certain people. But anyway, we should go because we have to feed Bill. And anyway, so this is
April. What we're trying to say is that then we're going to wrap this up. We're going to say, get the fuck over it. Because we are like riding on those coattails.
Yes.
Because especially my parents being young, I go, whoa, that means I got 17 years left? Like, if, I'm just saying I make it to where they do, who the hell knows? But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just said how old I was. That's why I'm going to erase this out of here because now people know how old I am.
And I also think, I just want to say this, I think that we were raised with a generation of parents that when things, or generation of just even family, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever, when things like this began to happen in life, like I would have like elders when I was younger say, you don't know, wait to get a certain age and all your friends die. Imagine we said to a kid,
They're like, oh.
So that means...
We are going to die!
So it's like, so now that those things are starting to happen, I have had friends that have passed from diseases, not old age, but friends that have passed, family members passing, and teen idols and stuff like that passing. What I'm trying to do is not go down those roads where, like, that's not going to make me, like, feel like my life is over. That's not going to make me feel like...
It makes me say, no, get up. Get up, move.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's a positive thing. Yes,
I don't want to spend the rest of my life here. Like,
that's exactly what I'm saying. So it's we're trying to take a different perspective on those things that usually when people would go, oh, like I remember as a kid, people going, oh, wait till all your friends are dead. I'd be like, whoa, So it's like, you know what? I'm just like I'm trying to embrace all these things that are happening as we get a certain age and find a way to have like still live and not.
I can't wait till I'm strapped to a wheelchair with a restraining and just hanging out like, where's my ears?
Okay, all right.
Please turn off. Everybody likes Raymond. Please.
With that, we're going to say goodbye, Chuck. Goodbye.
Let your heart